Toastmaster Yusuf, will you offer the President's medallion to Toastmaster Rohana Bimarsinghe as a symbol of his dedication and service? Thank you very much, sir. I wish the Sri Jayewardenepura University Toastmaster Club a very successful year. I'll turn control over to your President, Toastmaster Rohana, and thank you very much, all Executive Committee members. You may sit now. Thank you very much. This is the end of officer installation of Sri Jayewardenepura University Toastmaster Club, and I am taking this opportunity to thank all senior Toastmasters who helped to initiate Toastmaster Club in Jayewardenepura University. Thank you very much to all. Over to you, Masters of Ceremony.
And as is customary, the President of the newly installed University of Jayewardenepura Toastmasters Club is required to address the gathering. So Toastmaster Rohana Bimarsinghe is a very persistent personality, and he has worked in a very, very persistent manner towards seeing this become a reality. Over to you.
Good evening, all of you. Our guest of honor, distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf Jivanji, and Dean of the Faculty of Medical Sciences, Professor Yaswardhana, and other academic and non-academic staff members, distinguished Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster Sudesh Lienege, distinguished Toastmaster Sriyanthi Salgadu, Toastmaster Ranman Gunathilaka, Toastmaster Tarundina Odana, Toastmaster distinguished Toastmaster Chandramani Silla, and Toastmaster Mudita Vidhanapathirana, and the President of the Lyceum Toastmasters Club, and his team, and distinguished invitees, my dear fellow Toastmasters, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy and proud today that I am a member of the newly established Toastmasters Club called the Japura University Toastmasters Club. So I'm very happy, and anyone can have this opportunity, but members of this club have selected me unanimously to be the president. So hence I am really grateful to all of you. As I promised just a minute ago, I will accept challenges and keep up to my promises. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be interested to know how we have started this club. Little bit of history I would like to touch upon. One day, I think in 2011, just after my completing my lecture in CTHE program, it's about how to provide and how to receive feedback. So one lecturer turned back and said, "Sir, we have had similar programs. I am going to call the Toastmaster clubs." I didn't know anything about that, but I was interested because it gives some kind of a learning opportunity. So I asked her, "Can I get some experience?" She said, "Yes, of course." And she actually driven me to the Toastmaster club called Lyceum Toastmasters Club. And I was welcomed there warmly. I can still remember how warm they welcomed. And in fact, I was asked to do a little speech. We call the impromptu speech at once. And surprisingly, I received the best impromptu speech award that time. You may wonder who evaluated. None other than Toastmaster Mudita. So that's how it began with. So anyway, I immediately realized, yes, there's a benefit of this. And then I discussed this with that time Vice Chancellor, Dr. N.L.A. Karunaratna. He gave the green light. Okay, you go ahead. And I worked in different ways, many different ways to organize a program. First, there are a couple of people still here they visited this university long ago. I can see their faces now. First, Distinguished Toastmaster Shanti Salgadu, and then Distinguished Toastmaster Chandramani and Rochelle. And however, ultimately, this Toastmaster Mudita, I think during his tenure as VP Education, was able to organize and motivate people to successfully conduct speechcraft. Motivated people to the extent that we were able to conduct 2 speechcraft programs, all licensed through the university. So actually, which forms the basis of this club. So as you can see here, there is a battalion of support from the Lyceum Toastmasters Club. So I'm sure division area, our directors, and all the international Toastmasters, distinguished members, like to see this development. In fact, Mudita is one of our academic members of this university. So we have a long journey and networking. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, please join with me to give a good round of applause for the betterment of this networking. Ladies and gentlemen, you may wonder what we are doing now. I'm really happy about our club. Of course, because our members have many talents. Needless to say, most of them are lecturers. If you want, anyone want, I encourage to make a visit to our club and witness that. Because we are enjoying a lot, really enjoying our club. Of course, sometimes people are sharing very personal and sensitive information. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, its hard part is to share some personal and sensitive information in public. So our people, our members are very mature, very professional, and trust each other so that they can share their experiences without any embarrassment, without any fear. So that's the, ladies and gentlemen, we have made the atmosphere of our club for people to express themselves openly and accept, and that is why I think we are really enjoying. So by considering above, I'm sure we can produce very good speakers who can lead not only the university but also those who can contribute to the social and cultural development of our Mother Lanka. My dear fellow Toastmasters, you must be curious what we have planned to do next. I strongly believe that each member's success is my success as the president. You can win awards, you can win medals, you can win from competitions, and that is my objective. I repeat, success of each and every member is the success of me as a president. So therefore, please give a very good round of final applause for the success of each and every member of the Japura University Toastmasters Club. Enjoy this evening. Over to you.
And next on the agenda is the address by the guest of honor. At this stage, I'm sure he needs no introduction, but let me merely say that he has been with us throughout our pursuits. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Deshni. Dr. Marasinga, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I saw something of the persistence of Dr. Marasinga in the early days of the formation of this club, and also the persistence of my old friend Chandi, who made sure that we attended many of the 2 speechcraft programs that were conducted. And those were the basis of the formation of this club, because it is the 2 speechcraft programs that I think drove home the message that there is so much to learn and so much to benefit from the ability to communicate. Dr. Marasinga spoke something very apt and very telling about the feedback that he received somewhere. And I'd like to share a little story with you. At a convention, international convention, a few years ago, there was a keynote address by a group of retired US Air Force F-16 fighter pilots. Now these guys, still relatively young, but they had retired, and they had formed themselves into a consultancy group where they went around teaching people on various techniques. And one of the things they spoke about was the techniques that are being used in the training of fighter pilots. They said, imagine a squadron of F-16 fighter jets flying at low altitude to avoid radar, flying in close formation, flying at close to the speed of sound. What is the margin for error? There is no margin for error, because a little mistake can result in a major catastrophe. So what do? Their training is so intense. They do all the technical stuff that they have to do. They have to learn how to fly, they have to learn how to follow orders and all that. But then he went on to say that one of the most important aspects of their training program is that after every training sortie that they go on, all of them who are involved in this flight come into a room where there is a large round table. They remove all their jackets and all their insignias of office. They're all dressed basically in their trousers and a white t-shirt. And the idea of that is to show that at this point, at this particular meeting, all are equal, from the flight commander right down to the person who services the aircraft, changes the tires, loads the ammunition, and so on. Now, at this meeting, he said, we discuss, and everybody, from the most junior person right up to the flight commander, has the right to state what was done right, what was done wrong, or what could be done better. Feedback. He said feedback for every single training flight sortie. Feedback was one of the most important aspects of their training schedule. So what is so different with Toastmasters? We also rely very much on the principle of feedback for our education. It's a matter of learning the basic principles of communication, of how to prepare a speech, how to structure a speech, how to use all the other techniques that one learns. But then you do, and you are evaluated. It's a matter of doing and then feedback. So this principle, which has been tried and tested and is so much in favor in the Air Force, is something that perhaps we discovered quite a long time back, probably long before the Air Force had F-16 fighter pilots, because in 90 years ago there were no aircraft as far as I know. I am so happy that I was involved in a very small way in the formation of this club through the two Speechcraft programs and then Dr. Marasinga's motivation to get a group of people together. But this university has, I think, perhaps about 4,000 students. And what we right now need to do is to disseminate this information, this culture, into all the people within that university. Because we as a country and we as a region, I think, have come to realize that the knowledge we learn as engineers, as doctors, whatever, is not going to be put to maximum use unless you have the ability to communicate that knowledge. If you are going to be a useful employee in society, you have to be able to be a team player. You have to communicate the knowledge that you have learned, and to be able to speak and communicate effectively and to lead effectively, to be an effective member of a team that leads other people. Most of you already are in a very noble profession of lecturing, of teaching. If you can spread this to the other members within the university, the Gather Club, encourage them to increase their numbers, and in addition to their curriculum subjects, to learn and improve their art of communication, and to be able to speak effectively, to lead effectively, their lives will be transformed far more than the degree that they get at the end of 3 or 4 years. Dr. Marasinghe, I wish you the very best for the year ahead. I know Sudash as the incoming Program Quality Director, Ajanta as the incoming Club Growth Director, and I am now history, but I will still be here. Anything you require, any support you require, we are always there to help you. Wish you luck, and let's see at the end of this year that I would like to see this club as at least a distinguished club or higher. All the best.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf Jiwanji, for that insightful address. And now, let us sit back and enjoy yet another entertainment item.
විදුලිය කෙටුවා කිව්වට වස් නැත නිල් නිල් පාටින් කටළු මල් වැට වට කෙරුවා තුන් දවසක් අමනාපෙන් සිටි කලු නෝකාඩු බැල්මෙන් බැලුවා ගල මතු පිට මල පිපෙන්න
ගල් මතු පිට මල පිපෙන්න
මල වට බමරිඳු නටන්න
මල වට බමරිඳු නටන්න
වැහි වැහලා ගඟ පිරෙන්න
වැහි වැහලා ගඟ පිරෙන්න
ගඟ උතුරා හිත පිරෙන්න
ගඟ උතුරා හිත පිරෙන්න ගල් මතු පිට මල පිපෙන්න මල වට බමරිඳු නටන්න වැහි වැහලා ගඟ පිරෙන්න ගඟ උතුරා හිත පිරෙන්න
ගලා හැලෙන වැහි වතුර වගේ උඹ හිනා වෙලන් කළු හිනා වෙලන් ගලා හැලෙන වැහි වතුර වගේ උඹ හිනා වෙලන් කළු හිනා වෙලන් වෙලා මගේ හිත හිනාවකින් තව හිනා වෙලන් කළු හිනා වෙලන් වෙලා මගේ හිත හිනාවකින් තව හිනාවයන් කළු හිනාවයන්
හිනාවයන් කළු හිනාවයන් හිනාවයන් කළු හිනාවයන් හිනාවයන් කළු හිනාවයන් හිනාවයන් කළු හිනාවයන් හිනාවයන් කළු
Next, we have a surprise bubbling up in appreciation of 2 people who made this club a reality. Let me read out the inscription on the plaque and let you guess who it is. The inscription reads, "We may not remember everything you said, but we will remember how special you made us feel. Thank you for being such a wonderful sponsor of our club." DTM Chandramani Silva, please accept this token of our appreciation. And I call upon the club president, Toastmaster Rohana Marasinghe, to hand over the token. This token is to appreciate the contribution you made to organizing 2 speechcraft programs which led to the establishment of the Japura University Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Muditha Vidanapathirana, would you please join us on stage? And the President, I call upon his services again to hand over the token. Before we draw today's events to a closure, it is my privilege and pleasure to call upon the newly married poet of our club, Toastmaster Dilantha Gunawardena, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Teshni, for the introduction. I knew you surprised me altogether. Thank you. The guest of honor, distinguished Toastmaster Yusuf Jivanji, distinguished invitees, fellow Toastmasters, colleagues, students, and my dear friends. Thank you is a word of acknowledgement, appreciation, and gratitude. Here I stand about to pass the accolades to several monumental figures who have made our club a reality. First and foremost, I would like to thank Professor Sampath Amaratunga, who unfortunately could not be here. We thank him for his steadfast support and for sponsoring our club.